Okay, you guys are gonna love this. This is, believe it or not, this is actually the fourth time I've went and made this video. The what I'm doing right now is the updates video, the weekly updates video. And the reason behind this is my Camtasia, the program, the system I use to do these videos, it needs an update, and it's not fully rendering the video, or it's not recording the vocal that's coming through here. So this is the fourth time I've kind of checked everything over, and it should be working right now. But this video is a day late because of that, guys. I try and make these every 7 days, and we're sitting on 8 days right now. Here, I'll show you the date and time. It's November 2016, and it's the 16th today. Okay, so I was supposed to make this on the 15th because that would be 7 days. The last video I did was on the 8th. So I'm sorry it's coming out 1 day later. But hey, it's here, and you guys really seem to enjoy these videos. And these are a really good promotional tool for the members to use if they don't want to put their face to their content, right? You're afraid to show people who you are. At the end of the day, guys, you got to think about it, right? You're internet marketers. You want to build a team. People want to know who they're joining. Create your own content. But 98% of people don't want to do that. They don't want to make their own content. They're happy with just making, funding a system and then seeing what happens and trying to make some money that way without sponsoring and stuff. But sponsoring is the most powerful thing you can do. Learn how to sponsor. Learn how to make your own content. But you can use my content if you want, and that's basically what I'm doing right here in this video and showing you guys our funds in the system. So let's move on here. Let's look at this stuff. Okay, so we've got last week, which was 8 days ago. We had we're on Alexa.com, right? We're 9,093. Today we're sitting at 8,812. So our Alexa.com has dramatically slowed down. As soon as you hit 10,000, guys, anywhere below 10,000 is like crawling. Because you think about this, the competition under 10,000 these are the mega sites, right? These are the sites like the scary ones, right? The big bad sites, the huge sites out there that's our competition right now. We've passed the mark of 50,000, we've passed 100,000, we've passed like the 200,000 mark and stuff like that, where the competition's not really there. We can scale extremely fast. Now, guys, we're under 10,000, so things really crawl. And once we hit about 5,000, we're going to have to be creative, and we're going to have to have creative ideas to get more people to see the site for our Alexa rank to grow more. But right now, really, guys, for my 24, my goal is to hit that 5,000 mark. Once we hit that 5,000 mark, it's just a huge achievement for a website to do that, because it means only 5,000 websites in the world have accomplished this, right? And it's huge. It's big. Like, as we are sitting right here right now in the world, websites in the world, we're 8,812. That's amazing. Guys, there's millions and millions and millions, probably close to billions of websites out there. And we're sitting at, 8,812. It's phenomenal. In 3 months, we've done this. 3 months. Just amazing when you think about it. Okay? And I know I say amazing in these videos all the time because I believe in this system, and I truly believe that it's an amazing system. And it's changing so many people's lives out there. If you're not a member of this system, you can come check it out in our Facebook group. It's just My 24-Hour Income Official. Find yourself a sponsor, and check out the positivity in the group. So many people getting paid every single day. You make a withdrawal, boom, you're getting that withdrawal. Our member base is just exploding because of the positivity behind this system and the vibe that the members are creating from it. It's great. Okay, so let's look at our total members here. Last week we're sitting at 45,065, so 45,000 people. This week, 8 days later, we're sitting at 48,168. So big growth again. We've got 4 more days to go till we hit the 3-month mark. I truly believe that we're going to hit 50,000 guys within 3 months, which is great. It's amazing when you think about that. That kind of experience can come from just people creating positivity online, right? We don't do anything special like go and pay $100,000 for traffic and do some crazy marketing campaigns just to create these numbers, and hardly anybody's active and stuff like that. There's a large majority of these people here in the system that are active, guys, and it's phenomenal when you think about it. that this has all come together so fast within 3 months so far, okay? Just under 3 months. So total payouts here, we're sitting at $12.5 million in payouts. 8 days ago, we were sitting at 10.3 8 days ago. So another, $2.2 million in payouts in 8 days. I think we're going to see another 1.5 to 2 million in the next 4 days in payouts, guys. So that'll be our 3-month mark. Will be 14 million, probably somewhere around 14 million at the 3-month mark, which once again, I'm going to use this word. That's great. It's phenomenal when you think about it. Okay. Another one here is our commissions paid out. So we're sitting at last week, 8 days ago, we're sitting at about 1.4 million in commissions. This week we're sitting at 1.6 and a half roughly. So good growth there. It's good growth all the way across the board. Nothing to complain about here. This is just going great. So Payza. Okay. So this week I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Payza, and it sucks to say this, but I'm starting to think that the negatives are outgrowing the positives with us using Payza in the system. We've been tracking our fees, what we've been paying. We've been tracking the fees of what the members have been paying, and it works in the system. You still make a lot more money than you put into it. You're buying advertising. The advertising is really good. The site is top quality, top notch, guys. We're sitting at like 8,000 on Alexa.com. It's, not too many other sites are hitting that are advertising sites, right? So the quality is there. People are making money, and they're, the system's working very good for them still. They're using Payza, but the fees are just enormous, right? We did a huge this week. Over the last 7 days, we've really been tracking the fees of our Payza, what we're paying, of members, what they're paying, and it's extraordinary how much the system is paying for just you guys to use Payza. Okay, so this is kind of what I want to talk about in this video, because we might make a decision down the road. If Payza does not agree with terms that we're going to send them, then we might take Payza out of the system, guys, but it's not going to happen right now, but it might happen down the road. And if we do that, we're not going to just say, hey, you lost all your ad packs. What we would do is we'd convert your ad packs to a payment processor that you'd want to use, or you could just cash them all out in one day kind of thing and then come in with whatever you want. Or if you don't want to use any other payment processor, you can join something else or do something else online. I think that makes sense, right? A lot of systems out there, what they do, if they run into problems or if they see problems down the road of something that they could get around, what they do is they just freeze your funds and then they wait kind of thing. We've seen this happen in many other systems, but financially, guys, My24 is sitting in a situation where we don't have to do things like that. We don't have to freeze accounts. We don't have to freeze earnings. We don't have to do anything like that. We can do the proper steps to keep a smile on people's face, right? Keep a smile. They can get that advertising. They can get their return from their ad packs, the maturity, all that. Okay. So I'm going to tell you guys some stuff that we've learned over this last week about Payza that's going to be very, very scary for you, but you can see you're getting paid. Everything's working out fine. The funds are, when I show you our account, the funds are fantastic. They're still working. We've got almost $750,000 in Payza right now. But here's the thing is that, we've done millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars in payouts in Payza, but we've paid over $350,000 to pay the members out. Okay. This was a decision that we made, not my decision. If you're here during the pre-launch, this was a decision that all the members made was, do we want Drew Burton to pay your fees, or do you want to pay your fees? Okay. And I left it up to you guys. This system, My24, relies on the members making it work. It doesn't rely on me making it work. All I do is hit that withdraw button and I make sure that the site's there for you guys to use it. That's basically it. We don't profit from it. We don't, it's created for you guys. So I gave you the decision. I do very, very good online, right? I can handle that $350 a month, right? But here's the thing is that I gave you guys the decision Do you want the system to pay for it, or do you want to pay for it? And I know what the response would be, because most people, everything stems from, I want things to work out the best for me. I want it to favor me, right? As in, I'm not saying myself, I'm saying you as the member. So I knew if I put out something like this, it would be, I want this to favor me. I want this to favor me as the member. So you decided, I want you, Drew, the system, to pay for the fees. Okay. And I said, yes, I'll do that. So here's the thing, guys. Over the last 3 months, I paid $350,000 for you to withdraw out of Payza. Okay. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money out of my pocket. That's a lot of money just to keep things going and keep members using Payza. But here's the flip side of this, is that every single day, I don't mind paying that money. I could, it's fine. If it's going to cost millions and millions of dollars a year, that's fine. It's okay. The system makes so much freaking money. It's unbelievable. It's crazy when you think about it. Okay. But here's the thing, is that we get people complaining that they have to pay fees to use Payza. Okay. We're paying fees. We pay 3.8% plus 60 cents per transaction for you to withdraw out of our system, My24, which is your system. Out of the system, we pay that. Okay. That's where that $350,000 has been paid out. Okay. But here's the thing, for you to use Payza as a member, you have to pay fees to Payza to fund your account. And you also pay a fee inside Payza when you withdraw. You're paying 3%, 2.9%. Some countries are even paying up to 4-point-something%, depending on what country you're in, right? Every country is kind of different. In Canada here, we're only 2.9%, I believe, on the Payza fees, okay? In the US, I think they're like 4-point-something%, okay? So every day we have members complaining that they funded with Payza, but they didn't realize how much it was to use, and now they don't want to use it. So guys, the negatives as of right now, the negatives by using this payment processor are kind of outweighing the positives. The positives are the support is amazing. And that's why I was like, yeah, we can have Payza in the system. Payza is good. A lot of people use it. The support is there. It's a real business, right? You send in a support ticket, you're going to get a response. You have a problem, they're going to resolve it for you. A lot of these other payment processors, guys, like the BTC wallets, stuff like that, it's built for a transaction, and that's it. It's not built to support you. It's not built for if funds are lost, if a transaction goes missing. It's like, you're on your own kind of thing like that. Okay. And we've actually covered a lot of those missing transactions and stuff just to keep the peace, just to keep the vibes going good. But here's the thing, is that Payza, the good thing about it, and the super, super positive that is kind of, leveling this out, is that they do have support. They do look into it, and you can see your entire full transaction history. They have graphs. They have, you can see exactly what's going on today visually, boom, right there on the screen. Okay. So that's a huge positive behind using Payza. But as we're seeing by using Payza, and it's only been 3 months, guys, I'm starting to think that the negatives are outweighing the positives. Okay. So over this week, and then you don't have to comment about this under this video, but over this week, as a group of a member base here, guys, 50,000 people almost, we're going to decide, do we want Payza in the system? Do we want to work with Payza still? Because the thing is that when something that has a negative towards it is starting to outweigh the positives of why you would want to use it, then why would anyone want to use it that's new, that's coming into the system that you're sponsoring, right? If it's going to cause a dispute, if it's going to cause an issue for that person. Okay, so this is something we're going to talk about probably the end of this week. Is, it's something that will happen down the road, guys, but is the big question, do we want Payza in My24 in 2017? Or do we want to go with some other payment processor, or do we want to just keep BTC, Perfect Money, and the Payer, right? That's 3 payment processors. That's more than enough. A lot of these big systems out there, they only have 2 payment processors, or they have 1 payment processor, or they have a direct deposit or something like that. Okay. So that's something we're going to talk about here in the future. And I just wanted to give the members an insight on this. if you're using Payza and you love it, guys, still keep on using it. But it could be something that we could change in the future because we're just getting too many complaints about the members that are using it. It's costing them too much. A lot of people know that it costs the system hundreds of thousands of dollars a month just to have Payza in the system to pay you guys out. And, it's up to you guys, right? You're the members. It's your account. We're going to leave it up to you guys. Okay. But I want to warn you about that. Okay, so here's our Payza account this week. Guys, we've got a lot of funds in Payza. We've got about 730,000. Yeah, exactly, 730,000 in Payza. You can see there we've got 132 in our available funds. Well, we got a little bit more than that. We got 105 in Canadian. Somebody sent me Canadian by mistake. And we've got in our frozen funds there, this is another good thing about Payza, guys, is that they have security for the members using it, right? This is for disputes. This is for, you can't dispute a revenue share because, when you buy an ad pack, it says non-refundable. You're buying advertising. You're not buying a hamburger that that you're going to take one bite out and say, oh, I don't like that. And they're going to give you something else or your cash back, right? You're buying advertising. Advertising everywhere, guys, online. Advertising is non-refundable because it's a service that you're buying. It's not a product. It's a service, okay? But Payza freezes funds because Payza is a business. So they have, frozen funds for disputes, for cashbacks, stuff like that. So we've got a lot in our frozen funds. But the good thing about this is it gets released in 6 months, which is 3 months away from now. And it's kind of like a little, kind of an extreme bonus to the system as those get released, right? We can do special things like have events. We can do special things like give away cruises. We can do, amazing things like that as a company. Maybe even, who knows, give away car, right? I really like Tesla. I've been looking at Tesla like crazy now. And I think maybe down the road, that'd be a really cool thing is once a year give away a Tesla car. I think that'd be amazing to do something like that. And guys, if we have funds like millions and millions of dollars in reservery, we can do things like this where we can reward our members just extreme, right? Do really, really good things with it. Okay. So this is very cool. So we've got, about 730 in Payza, which is strong. It's really, really good. But as I'm seeing right now, there's a lot of negative towards using this company in our system, right? Is that the members are basically saying, we don't want to use this anymore. Guys, I've had leaders come to me and say, hey, can you convert my Payza packs to BTC or to Perfect Money or something like that? I don't want to use it, just because those fees are expensive. Okay. So that's something hard for me to talk about, but I got to talk about what people are talking about and what's on their mind. Okay. Good stuff. So let's move it on here and let's go to our BTC, guys. BTC is just unbelievable. Every single video, I know I say that, but I'm amazed at how many people are using it and loving BTC. So last week here, I'm zooming in here, got the magnifying glass on there. We had 1,085,000 in our BTCs. Okay, so that's the value of the BTC we have. We had 1,548 last week BTC, so 1,085,000 BTCs. This week, guys, we are sitting on a freaking gold mine here. Look at this. We've got 1.1 million 20,000 in BTC. So just the growth. It doesn't stop, right? It's just big. And this is the majority of the members now in My24 are focusing on building BTC in their accounts, right? At the start, the first 3 weeks, it was Payza. It was all Payza. Everyone, Payza, because that's what people were used to. Now, this cryptocurrency has came in. A lot of systems are launching with cryptocurrencies, and that's the only currency they use. And everyone is focusing on building cryptocurrencies. Me and OJ and a lot of the other admins, this is something we talked about in last week's webinar, guys, for My24, was just how popular cryptocurrencies are becoming online, where there's systems now that are launching strictly just using Bitcoins or using just cryptocurrencies. They don't even use money like the dollar or the euro. They don't even use it. They just use cryptocurrencies. So this is something that it's taking over the internet, guys, in the last year. And we're going to see a big change in 2017 with just how online businesses are run, because the cryptocurrencies here, everyone's using it. Okay, so it's very, very neat. And this here, if we ever do decide, hey, we want to take Pays out of the system, guys, think about this. We've got $1.1 million for recovery, right? If we have to, if the members vote on doing something like, say, like exchanging your Pays ad packs for BTC ad packs, like doing a conversion, we can do that. That's how powerful this system is. I truly believe this, and I know this is a big statement, but I believe that no other system out there can do something like that. Take something that is $730,000 and convert it to something else without you having to add funds to your account or anything like that. So it's amazing, guys. The situation that we're sitting in here with My24, it's something that hasn't been done before, right? Say, for instance, something happens and we have zero funds in Payza, right? They freeze 100% of our funds. Say that's what they do, right? It's not going to happen. They wouldn't do that. But they, like Payza or PayPal did to a lot of other companies online that were using them in 2015, they froze 100% of their funds, okay? What happened to those companies? They either went down or they had to wait about 6 months for the funds to be released. Okay, guys, we don't have to do things like that because we have so much funds built in other wallets that we can do things like convert ad packs. We can do things like transfer funds. You know, guys, it's there. And it's really, really cool that we're sitting in this financial situation, basically, in this system. So it's very neat. Okay, so let's move on to our next processor, which is PM. There's our PM right there. PM has exploded again this week. Last week we're sitting at $105,000 in our PM. PM's our third smallest account. This week, guys, we're sitting at actually we could do more. Watch this. There, it's 128. We're sitting at we just made another 1,000 something there. Okay, as I'm making the video. So 129,500. Okay, so in our perfect money account, our PM account. So it's very, very good growth. Last week, you can see there we're ahead $25,000 than we were last week. So it's good growth there. Okay, so next thing here, let's move on to our payer account. Okay, so here's last week's payer. Sorry, it hasn't gone down. I thought it went down. It was 73,000. This week we're sitting on 77,000. So it's went up another $4,000 or something like that, which is good, guys. It's kind of normal growth. These smaller payment processors are, you know what, actually any of the payment processors, they can, if they even drop 20, 30, 40,000 in the smaller ones, if they drop a couple 100,000 or so in the bigger ones, it doesn't really affect the system because that constant flood of fresh funds is coming in, right? As soon as we pay out, members are funding 100%, 80%, 90% of their funds back into the system to maintain their account because that's how the system works. There's no internal purchasing inside the system. If we were to have internal purchasing inside the system would not, I would guess it wouldn't last longer than 2 to 3 years if everything was perfect, right? If the member base was growing extremely, quick, more people joining the day after than the day before, stuff like that, it still wouldn't be sustainable because think about it, everyone's account's growing, right? But no one's funding except the new people coming in. This works the opposite way, guys. It's you keep on maintaining your account. If you want to make money in My24 and keep on earning that residual income, you got to keep on funding. So it works. And it's a very solid marketing plan. It's a very solid strategy. And it works really, really good. We've seen it go on for 3 months now, guys, with no hiccups, no problems. We've seen rev shares like ZF rev share, the one that Fahim owns, right? His been going for 6 months now, and it's perfectly strong. I was talking to him today. I think he's done about $300 or $400 in cash outs, and the system works. It's a good, solid system. So if you're not a member of that one, go take a look at that one. You can, join that one. I recommend join through the .com, guys, or you can go in the Facebook group and find a sponsor, because that's really how these systems like My24 and ZF, they pay for, they pay for the maintenance, they pay for the hosting, they pay for, the scripted updates and all that kind of stuff is from the people joining the .com. And I just showed you there, guys, our Payza account. You know, we've had to pay out over $350,000 in fees over the last 3 months. And that's how that's being paid, the fees. So you guys don't have to pay fees inside the system, is through that referral commission, you know, that's coming in through the .com, the referral commission pool. And then every single week, Saturdays and Sundays, we turn it on for you, and the members actually earn from it. I know it's not a ton of money that you guys would earn from it, but think about it. If someone comes in and they fund $10, what is 40 cents a week of bonus money to them? That's a lot. If you add it up over the years, it's a lot. You know, it's probably more than they funded over a couple of years, right? Over the original amount that they funded, okay? Their seed money. So it's working out good, guys. I'm really happy with the system. I'm happy with the growth of it. And the members are obviously happy because you can see here week after week, they keep on putting their money in. They keep on posting about it in the Facebook group. They keep on notifying us that they're happy with the growth of it. And it's extremely positive, guys. I'm just, you know, I'm thankful that this is working out so well. And so many people believed in this idea this huge system has created. It's very, very cool. So that's it from me. My name's Drew. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in another 7 days. Bye-bye.